Hi there, this is James Tripp. This is a video for James Tripp Chaos Wave. It's about burnout. It's about burnout and what I have learned from a recent burnout experience. Now, I couldn't be making this from a more apt place. I'm in Crete. I'm at one of these resorts where you just do nothing. It's a fantastic resort if you like doing nothing. I'm not usually a do nothing kind of a guy, but right now doing nothing is exactly what I need, because just going back a couple of months, I was working pretty hard, had a lot of projects on the go. Have been for a while actually. I've been traveling, doing a lot of trainings overseas, other projects, had a lot on the go. And I was just about keeping on top of things when I got hit by a particularly brutal flu combined with tracheal bronchitis. It was an absolute brute, and it kicked the stuffing out of me. Now, one of the things that I tried to do was get back to work as quickly as possible, and I ran a live training for Change Your Skills with my training partner Andy MacArthur. People who are on that training will know I was not at my best. I was not looking at my best. I was washed out. I was exhausted. I was just, you know, it was a real struggle to get through the training. And afterwards, I did something I haven't done for a long time. I made myself take a couple of days off, just doing nothing. Now, the fact that this is a rare thing speaks volumes, I think. I hadn't done it for a long time. I hadn't had a day where I'd just taken time off, because my life and my work are so intertwined. I'm kind of always working, always on the go. And it was a pretty interesting thing, because I took this couple of days off, and the first day I just literally didn't do anything. But the second day, my brain started to come alive in a way that it hasn't for a long time. It started to put together interesting ideas, explore avenues with regard to hypnosis, change work, NLP, these kinds of things that I do. And it was like an old creativity that was once front and center for me, came back to life, that had been dulled for some time. Now, as you're watching this video, you're going to probably recognize, if you're a subscriber to James Tripp Chaos Wave, this is the first video I've done for some time. Off the back of that flu, I had some more rest time, I've taken some time out. I've done a lot of reconsidering about what I'm doing. I've started reorganizing my life, repacking my life in some quite significant ways to include a lot more rest time and a lot more free time. So I've backed away from a lot of work-related projects. Now, I want to say how this relates to the YouTube channel here, because this YouTube channel, when it started out, it was nothing to do with business, it was nothing to do with work, it was nothing to do with anything other than the fact that I wanted to talk about some things that were interesting to me, particularly with regard to hypnosis at the time, a little bit of NLP in the mix, because that's my background. But I did it because it was about stuff that just inherently fascinated me. I enjoyed doing it. I had things that I wanted to share, things that my brain was working on. I was creating this kind of thing. And across time, it sort of got to the point where more and more people have tried to convince me that I need to run the YouTube channel seriously. You know, I need to be like a YouTuber or something. And you know what? That just doesn't do it for me. I don't want to do that. So what I want to do with the YouTube channel here is I want to get back to what it was about when I started out, which is me just sharing stuff that I'm working on, that I'm exploring, that I think is interesting, sharing stuff that is created through questions that people ask. I just want to do something which is interesting and fun for me. Now, my version of fun is quite a heady version of fun, so you're not going to see any slapstick or comic relief on here, but I just want to get back to doing stuff that I enjoy with the channel here, and also with regard to my business. I think what has happened with me is my business is actually based upon things that I love, things that I'm inherently fascinated by, but I've had more and more advice coming in from people. I suppose it's not advice coming in. I sought out mentors who would help me develop the business side of things. But you know what that does for me? Yes, it's a useful thing, but there needs to be some yin and yang in the mix. So I want to stay connected to my interests. So I'm just letting you know that what's going to be going on here going forward on the James Tripp Chaos Wave channel on YouTube is I am going to be getting back to just exploring what's interesting to me, what's sitting around my developmental edge at the moment. Some people will love that, they'll get a lot of value from it. Maybe some people will think, right, I just want some basic stuff and this won't be the channel for them, because I'm going to go a little bit deeper probably with stuff. But I will also be answering your questions. So any questions that come up on the channel, there is a good chance that they will lead to the creation of a video. But what is not going to happen here is I am not going to become a YouTuber. I don't want to tie myself into doing 3 videos a week, which I've tried to do, and it just drives me nuts. So I'm just going to go back to being James Tripp, this guy that knows a thing or two about how brains work, and share some of the stuff that I know, some of the stuff that I'm exploring with you. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like this video, if you like the sound of the direction of things going forward, do hit like. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, because there is going to be regular content coming out. I know I've just said I'm not going to be doing the YouTube 3 times a week thing, but there's going to be stuff coming out pretty much every week. So do subscribe and hit the notifications bell. It's important you hit the notifications bell if you actually want to get the notifications for when the videos come out. Okay, thank you very much, and take extremely good care until we speak again.